JavaScript Playground. In this video, we will talk about quantifiers. In the previous video, we saw that sets and ranges select one element at a time. What if you wanted to select multiple elements? For this, we have something called quantifiers. These quantifiers decide how many times a value should be selected. To define a quantifier, we add a value inside curly braces after the sets or ranges. For example, square brackets \d followed by curly braces and 3. This will select the characters which contain only numbers and have a length of 3. So let's give it a try. So 0 to 9 or \d followed by curly braces and a value. So as you can see, it's selecting this string with 3 numbers next to each other. Similarly, if you make it 2, it selects the first 2, the second 2, and this third pair. So it's like 1990 and 29. Similarly, say we wanted to select all the numbers with a length between 2 and 4. So instead of giving it a fixed value, we can give it a range. So now as you can see, it's selecting 2 different elements. So first is a number with length 4, so 1990. And the second is a number with length 2, which is 29. Similarly, say we had another 1, 2, 3. So this falls between the range, which is length 3. So that's why it gets selected. So for example, if we had one more, say 0. So this is just length 1, so it doesn't get selected. Similarly, say we had this. So it doesn't select the entire number, but what it does is it splits it into 2 parts. So part of 4 and the part of 3. Alright, so this is how we select characters within a range. Say we wanted to get all the numbers with length 1 and above. Say we have this contact number 99, 88, 77, 66 and 55, and we wanted to select a number with length 1 or more. So to select a number, we do \d or 0 to 9 followed by curly braces, so 1 and just a comma. So what it does is it matches anything which is defined before it with a length of 1 or more. So even if this was just 1, even then it will get selected. But if there was nothing, it gives you an error, no match. And because now all these numbers are next to each other, it's giving you one match, which is the entire number from end to end. Similarly, say this was broken. It was split by these hyphens, so it selects 3 different values. The first one with length 2, the second one with length 4, and the last one with length 6. Alright? This curly braces 1 comma can also be written as plus. So we remove the curly braces, we just write plus. This just means we select all the characters with 1 or more occurrences. Alright, another example. Let's say we have this string with certain hex codes which represent colors, and we wanted to select these hex codes. A valid hex code is a hash followed by 6 characters, which can be either a number or an alphabet. So let's give it a try. So hash followed by alphabets and numbers. So we can write either like this, or we can use \, and W small. So this will select 1. So as you can see, it's selecting hash followed by 1 character. Now to make it 6, we can use these curly braces and give it a length of 6. And as you can see, it's selecting all these different values for us. But if this last one was, say, 789, it's not a valid hex code, but still it gets selected. So to avoid that, we can put a condition for start and end. So to check whether the string starts with certain character, we can use the caret symbol or the cap symbol. Similarly, if you want to check if the string ends with a certain character, we can use the $ symbol. So let's give it a try. So if we put a caret on the start, it selects nothing because the string is not starting from here or here or here. The string is starting from here, and that's why it's not selecting anything. So we do not have these characters. It selects this string for the first 7 characters. So hash followed by 6 digits. But even this is not a valid hex code. So we also need to put an end condition. So for that we can use $. So what this means is look for a string that starts with hash and ends with 6 characters, which can be numbers or alphabets. So if you remove these, and now it just has 6, and that's why it gets matched. If you remove 1, it gives us no match. So if you change it by an alphabet, it still works. Let's try another example. Say we wanted to check whether a given string contains a valid PAN number. So the syntax for valid PAN number is 5 characters followed by 4 digits followed by 1 character. So let's say AA BBC. So 5 characters followed by 4 numbers, say 4 times 9, followed by another alphabet or character, which is W. So to select this, we can write a condition, which is A to Z or A to Z. So whether it's small or caps, this needs to be 5 times. So it's selecting AA BBC, followed by numbers, so 0 to 9, which should be 4. And now it's selecting these 4 times 9 as well. And the last one needs to be one single character. So again, we can write A to Z and capital A to Z. And as you can see, it's selecting the entire string. So even after that, if I add these values, it still matches the string, which we don't want because this is not a valid PAN number. So we can use the starting and ending condition. So to start, we can put a caret. So what we want is the string to start with 5 alphabets, whether capital or small, and they need to end with a single character, whether small or caps. So if we remove this, it matches, but if we change this W to say 9, it gives us an error, or if we change back to a small a, it still works. Similarly, say we wanted to get all the digits followed by any number of zeros. So this means the 0 character may repeat any times or be absent. So for this, first we need to select the digits, so 0 to 9, followed by curly braces, and here we define the number of occurrences, so 0, comma, which just means 0 onwards. So as you can see, it's giving us all these different matches. This curly braces 0, comma can also be replaced by asterisk, and as you can see, we're still getting these values. Also, if you notice, it's also selecting these empty values. So you see this 4, 4, this is an empty value. So to avoid these, what we can do is put a condition that it's not followed by a space. So square brackets, backslash, and capital S. And now it just selects these 4 values, 1000, 100, 10, and 1. Similarly, say we have this string and we want to select HTTP as well as HTTPS. So what we want is, we need this S to be optional. So to select this S, we can do S and followed by curly braces where we can define the number of occurrences. So either 0 or 1. Also, it needs to have HTTP in the starting. So HTTP. And as you can see, it's selecting both HTTPS and HTTP. And when it's turned for S, it decides it could either be 0 or 1. Now the 0, 1 can also be replaced by a question mark. So what this question mark means is, whatever it follows can either be 0 or 1. So basically it can be optional. And that's all for today.